I know you wrote an article that the rival teams are keeping a close eye on the Cavs, especially Darius Garland amid the tough start. Take us through that and what your thoughts are there.
Well, anytime that your team is struggling, they start to circle like vultures and say, the Cavs aren't doing what they should be. Are they going to maybe start unloading some of that talent? The answer right now is no, because, it's so early in the season. But the teams are particularly wondering about Darius Garland, if he'll become available. The Jared Allen, they hear the same names we do, rival teams. But yeah, they're just keeping a close eye on if this goes south somehow, maybe the Cavs will unload one of these all-stars. But that's not in the plans for the Cavs. But right now it's kind of wishful thinking, and opposing teams are paying close attention to which way this goes, particularly after Christmas, as we start getting into NBA silly season and ahead of the February 5th trade deadline.
The other thing is, because of the second apron, they can't combine contracts. It's got to be one for one. It's got to be equal money. They can't take on money. So there are a number of challenges that would lead to any trade for the Cavs.
Yeah, they are in a salary cap kind of purgatory where they could still make deals, but it's going to be difficult. They don't have picks. They don't have, what people view as a lot of assets. They don't want to give up on their young players like a Tyson or Craig Porter Jr. or Proctor or even Tomlin, who's on a two-way deal. So they're going to be very limited in what they can do. There's still ways. Last year we saw them trade George Niang and Karis LeVert. It's possible to make a deal, but it's going to be very difficult. And I don't think, in fact, I'm sure at this point, they're not ready to, make a big splashy deal where they overturn the roster and mess with their core. Now, if this continues, that could change real fast. But because, as you mentioned, Dave, it's so tough for them to make a trade because of the new labor rules that, it's probably not something that's going to be in the cards unless this thing spirals out of control, which I don't foresee happening.